Hi everyone, welcome back to another video for Eleanor's restoration. Just back in the garage. I spent a lot of time humming and hawing. Do I get a reshell? Do I get this? Do I get that? Do I go with this? But you know what? See, half an hour ago when I wheeled her back in the garage and got the tarpaulin off, I was grinning ear to ear. I've got a strange connection with this shell. I don't know what it is, but I don't know, it was like I was driving it for the first time, the feeling I got, so answered my question. I could go and spend money on shells. I've actually been looked at a few, as I do anyway, but end of the day, this is a long-term project. If I fix it up, yeah, it's going to cost a lot of money, it's going to take a lot of time, but I know where I am with it, and I know what I've done to it. And don't get me wrong, I'll make mistakes on the way, I'm going to mess up quite a lot, and you can laugh at me all I want, but I think the feeling at the end of it, the achievement of taking it from this to what's up in here, you can't compare, you know, you just can't compare. So yeah, I'm fixing it up, and hopefully you guys will get some use out of seeing what I do to it, what I repair, what I fix. I'm going to get back on the jig. I'm not going to show you guys that because you've seen it. I'm going to make the improvements I want to make, and once I've done all that, I'll come back and I'll show you what improvements I've made. But in the meantime, what do you think of this? Piper Doug made me do it, and Piper Doug signed on the back. Doug, thanks very much. I really love it. I knew Doug was sending me a t-shirt because he'd spoke to me via email, so I really appreciate it, and I love these things. In fact, he signed it, you know, I like all these personal touches. I didn't have the courage to open it on camera because I know I was scared to see what came out, because he told me there was a little surprise in it as well. So I opened it, and I also got a little present off him. I got this Manitoba car license plate off one of the trucks that he's got on his property, so I was over the moon. I was really delighted to get that, and it'll go pride of the collection. I have to put the bing the hall things up, rearrange this bit a bit, this garage a bit, and yeah, it'll be pride of place. So Doug, thanks very much, and thanks for the t-shirt, really appreciate it. Right, so before and then I'm going to go and work some kind of magic and come back to a nicely rotating car. After quite a lot of fiddling and taking my time just to get it right, I have fixed the jig. I've improved the jig. Everything I wasn't happy with is now fixed, and I'm happy with it. So the one thing I wasn't happy with, these bars were the other way around, making it harder to turn. Yeah, I could have worked with it, but I like things to be perfect. So I spun them round, got them on the other way. The issue with that last time was it was too high to work with, but what I done, the distance between here and the other side over there, I've basically increased, which means that it's lowered the overall height of the jig. The bar here wasn't long enough, so instead of getting another bar, what I done was I took it from here and I moved it 6 inches up here, and that brought it down just enough, so it's a good working height. And I'll show you that in a minute. I'll show you the actual working height I've got. So it turns brilliantly, a lot easier. I'm really happy with it. The height wise, sorted, that's sorted. The other thing, the one I had, I've actually binned it now, but this was a 10mm thick bolt, and it bent and it snapped, and it was just absolute rubbish. I said before I wasn't welding this, I prefer to bolt it. I did put 2 bolts in the last one, just didn't fill me with confidence, so now there's 4. And this thing, this is a 14mm bolt, so it is solid. It's not letting go of anything or benting anything. And to accommodate that, I had to increase the hole sizes on each of these, which I was happy to do. So that was fixed, the height. I did say in the last jig build video I was going to add this on, which I have, so just use this as a spacer. This on the top, bolted through. Take you around the back. You can see, oh, I'll try not to hit the B pillar, the bar going through the cut hole at the back, and it's bolted to here. It makes the whole jig a lot more solid, especially you notice it when moving it. So I'm really pleased I did do that. Still needs painted, it's bare box section at the moment, but yeah, I'll get that sorted. Same at the back here, it's facing this way, and again the same changed points here. Of course, by doing that I then had to buy more box section here because this needed to be longer, which again I was happy to do. So that is it. I'll stick this on a tripod and I'll get this turning and I'll let you see how easy it moves and how easy it turns now. It's going to make life so much easier and I'm really happy with it. Right, I'm going to move it first to show you how easy it moves. I'm just using my one hand, my one good hand. And it, you know, before it moved it was a bit rocky, but now it is absolutely solid. You know, it all moves together. Make it brilliant for going outside, tarpaulin over, working in the garage. One hand, you know, and if you're working on this side of the garage, push it across, this side, push it across. But how does it turn? Well, let's have a look. One hand, turns with one hand. Yeah, turns with one hand. Again, I don't want to repeat myself, but I'm really pleased with it. So the one drawback I did find is it won't turn all the way because of this bar. So when I need to turn it fully upside down, which I will, to do bits of the floor, the boot floor and the main floor, this just comes off because it's a bolt here and a bolt at the other end. Get it down, turn it, there is enough room for it to turn the whole way, and then if I want I can put the bar back through. If not I can leave it off because the bar only really gives support for the frame moving. So yeah, so there you go. Look at the access I've got here. The access and the mobility, really good. So couldn't help myself have a quick look because the plan going forward is to get this rear valance off, and I thought I'll need to drill the spot welds out, get it off, see what's underneath. But close inspection, when this has been put on before, there's no spot welds. See there's tack, 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 tack. So it's been tacked on very poorly, so an angle grinder will move that very quickly. The back, yeah, I don't think that's going to be too difficult to come off. So I'm going to get that off. I'm going to get all this floor cleaned up to see if I'm going to need a new boot floor or if I'm going to be able to repair it because it's going to be solid enough. What I'm going to do just now is I've got a list of tools that I'm wanting to get, basically. I have some already. So yeah, I've got some already and I've got some on order waiting on coming that I think will just help with the build. I've went a bit crazy ordering it, to be honest, but I want to make this as easy as I can and as enjoyable as I can. So what I'm going to do in the next bit, I'm going to go away, order the tools, wait on them come back. Another day for me, but the same video for you. I'm going to go through what tools I've bought, and you can let me know what you think, and you can also chip in and let me know if you've used any tools for the next stage I'm at that you think I've not got that would help. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and order these things, and I'll come back to you and I'll show you what I've got. Right, so all you guys and girls that are restoring cars and minis, you know you need some basic tools to do it, and all of you will have a desirable wish list of what tools you would like, what you need and what you don't need but you would like to have anyway. I've chipped away over Christmas and the last few months at getting some of those tools to help the job a bit easier, so I'm just going to go over them, and I'll also do general reviews of what I find best and what I don't really like using as I'm going, as I will. So first one, I've used this already on Ed, and it's a machine. It's good. So it's basically a belt sander, good for getting into tight spaces, and really quick at getting paint and rust off. Like I say, I've used it a few times. It's been shown quickly on the Facebook group what I've done to Ed that I've never really done in a video. But so if you do want to join the Facebook group, yep, it's go on Facebook and search DB Mini DIY, because I do put stuff on there that I don't put on the YouTube channels, and you'll get that a lot quicker than what the YouTube channel will, just with editing, etc. So yep, there we go, the belt sander. A little die grinder, you can see, air driven, handy just for getting into tight spaces. I've got a number of fixings that I bought separately for that, for numerous different uses. Dave Jaguar and Sean C thoroughly recommended one of these. And to be honest, I've wanted one for a while. So these are this is the right angle Rolex style air tool or mini grinder that takes 2-inch Rolex fins, which I'll show you. So buy these separately, but you can get all the different abrasive pads. That fix on there, and again it's good for getting to tight spaces, and it's good for getting paint and rust off without actually damaging the metalwork underneath. Right, sticking to the same theme of removing paint, etc. I've wanted to try one of these. These were in Adam Campion's video and he says they're really good, so I thought I'd give these a go. Basically they're nylon abrasive brushes for a drill, work the same way in wire brushes, the way that wire brushes work, but they're a bit kinder on the actual paint, sorry, a bit kinder on the actual metalwork. Face mask, because there's going to be a lot of dust and I don't want it going in my lungs. These, which I've only recently used, step drills, fantastic, really effective, really good. So when I'm basically cutting holes at the side of the metal, the air punch and flanging tool I've got, it punches 8mm holes, and that's just not quite big enough to get some good plug welds in, so that'll help me open it up a lot better than a normal drill will. And spot weld drill bits. So there's two different kinds of these. I've used this style before, but to be honest it was just a cheap version before and it wasn't very good, so I went for something a bit tougher. I know people have got their preferences, they get the one with the spike coming at the end to centre it, but I do like these because I don't want to put holes through the centre if I can avoid it. So that came in a pack of 5. I've got new centre punch there, which I can't find, but I will find. finally a heat gun. This is not just for this project, I need it for a few other things that I've got planned as well. But yeah, for heating up the underseal that's on the car at the moment. For when I get to the front, just getting all this melted off and scraped off for that. So I have got a range of tools that I've already got that I'll add this collection to, and I've got more on my wish list. There are always the tools on the wish list. So I'm basically ready to get a start on this. I need to get the tools set up, and I need to start getting a go at it. What I'm going to do first, I said take all this off, but before I even look at that, there's still, if some of you have noticed already, the fuel line there. Now that's been a while since that's had fuel in it, but there will be vapours in there, so again it's a potential fire hazard. So that's going to come off. I'm just going to do that just now. Just that clip you could see. It's metal, so it's not looking good for the rest of the car, but I'm going to feed this through, get this off, get these clips. These just pop out with the help of a pry bar, and it goes all the way to where I took it off at the front, which is up to here. So I'm going to stick this on the tripod and get this off just now. One fuel pipe removed. I don't know why, I always keep these in case I need to make a template at some later point, so I'm going to stick this end back on here so it's all kept in one piece, and I'll stick it in a corner. Chances are it'll be brand new or modern and it'll get binned, but if I have to make up my own shape, at least I've got a rough template, so never throw anything away. Right. So I'm going to end that one there. I'm conscious I don't want to make the videos too long. I know everyone's busy and they've not got the most time to watch long videos. So going forward I'm going to try and keep the videos to, I don't know, between the 10 and 15 minutes, just to keep them short. Next video, yeah, into the shell, starting the shell. I know a lot of people's been waiting on the shell coming, and I'm going to do what I can, get on with it, and I know what I need to replace, I know what I need to do, and let's have fun finding out what else I need to replace on the way, because it's going to happen. So yep, exciting, looking forward to it, hope you guys are too. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks Doug.